Episode 10 of Trying British Foods. I live in Manhattan and I have discovered a shop that sells British food items that are not otherwise available in American stores, so I am working my way through recommendations that you all send to me. Kind of outdone myself this evening because I'm actually having like a full proper meal tonight, so I'm gonna get right down to it. Also, I do occasionally receive some complaints that I talk too much at the beginning of the videos. To those people who feel that I talk too much, if I could just ask, please do leave that opinion in the comments, because not only do I care really deeply, but I also really appreciate the engagement. Thank you so much for being here. And so just a quick reminder that you're actually not required to watch these by law. I'm not sure who told you that, but if you could give me their phone number, that would be wonderful. A number of classic things tonight to go through. So the first is I have just this Bisto gravy. So these are gravy granules. This is the original red, which I've been told by people is the best. I think it's the beef flavor, but they did have other flavors there. It's just like add water and stir, which is my favorite recipe. I will say I haven't tasted this yet, but this does seem to be a little thin. I didn't want to try to make it any thicker, so I just wanted to do exactly what it said here. But so I just put this with some mashed potatoes. Does seem a little thin, but maybe that's just a difference between American gravy versus UK gravy, who knows. Coleman's mustard. The tip that I've been getting from everyone is to use this sparingly, so I've gone very lightly. I just put it onto a turkey and cheddar sandwich here that I'm going to try it with. Now, however, here again is another example where your guidance is in direct contrast with the instructions that are on the back of some of these products, because listen to this. It says, spread this with gusto. Make your meals instantly delicious with Coleman's Original English Mustard. Put a fiery helping on your roast, stir generously into your gravy, or lash onto your sandwich. Now, I am feeling like this is telling me I need to put a lot of this onto a sandwich. You all told me not to do that, so I've done sort of a happy medium, and I've just put what I feel in my heart is an appropriate amount of this onto my sandwich. And I do have another pie this evening, again, made fresh in the shop, which is wonderful. So this is a curried lamb pie, and let me read you the ingredients here. So this is slow-cooked lamb pieces mixed with carrots, onions, and peas in a rich curry gravy. And then the big finale for my dessert. I have finally gotten one. You all have asked for it. I finally have it. Yes, I finally have some Spotted Richard. Please don't try to call this by its actual name because it'll get flagged in every single comment. So for the purposes of this video, this is Spotted Richard. Now, I will admit this does seem a bit instant, and I'm sure this is not like the same as obviously if you were to get it from a restaurant or something, but this is the closest that I have. As a lot of you know, I am very single, so I cannot tell you how incredible it feels to finally get my hands on one of these. Let's get to it. So we're gonna start with the gravy that I've put onto my mashed potatoes. Okay, oh dear. I'm a little concerned I've done something incorrectly. I mean, perfectly fine, perfectly good taste. This is essentially just American gravy. I'm not really tasting anything particularly noteworthy about this, not in a bad way. Maybe I do need to add some more. Maybe I need to add more. Maybe there wasn't enough mixed in with the water. It tastes good, and I mean, with the mashed potatoes, it's fine. This just doesn't, this is kind of tasting like any gravy you could get here, but I mean, it's good. Again, follow the directions. This is where it gets me. But now let's do the Coleman's mustard on my turkey and cheddar sandwich here. Let me try to eat this daintily. Okay. I really, really like this Coleman's mustard a lot. It is certainly different than like typical like yellow mustard we would have in the US typically. Much sharper taste, much more powerful taste, but in a very good way. I will admit, just maybe you all over-prepared me. It's not as strong or overwhelming as I was maybe expecting. I was expecting like Marmite in mustard form or something like really diabolical like that. But like, this is basically, I mean, you could get types of mustard like this in the US, but not typically. Typically, this is much stronger and sharper than what our mustard would be, but I much, much, much prefer Coleman's mustard to a typical yellow mustard than you would get in the US. It's no contest. This is so much better, so much more flavor, much more like naturally fiery taste. It's really good. Now on to the curried lamb pie. This is wonderful. I love lamb. And most of the pies I've gotten there are very good. This is certainly, I mean, with the curry gravy is very interesting. And this is among the more spicy things I've had. There haven't really been a whole lot of spicy things on this series, so this is kind of a nice change. But again, tastes very fresh. I love the kick of the curry in this with the lamb. It's perfect. It's really good. Very nice balance. I really like this. And last but always first in this house, the Spotted Richard. This is incredible, especially given the format that we made this in. Like, I can only imagine what this tastes like when you have the real thing right in front of you. I love this. Probably one of my favorite desserts I've had so far in the series. This is really good. Thank you so much, everyone. I'll see you next time, and thank you again for the recommendations.